Peace to the YouTube family. It's your bro Kimati tapping in with another video. This video is going to be talking about the J. Cole response to Kendrick Lamar and just my thoughts on the whole scene of how hip hop is going and my thoughts on how he responded in his 7 minute drill response to Kendrick Lamar's Like That freestyle. Now, first of all, kudos to J. Cole for actually responding with lyrics and bars rather than hopping on social media and being very emotional, um, or going on tour and trying to sub tweet him or sub diss him while he on stage. He just went straight to the studio and dropped some actual lyrics and bars for Kendrick. Now, first thing that I noticed when I listened to the song is it's very light. It ain't. He said it. He kind of said it in the first line of the song. He was trying to make light work. No peace PWC or something like that. Basically saying which that's like a reference to a light build company that's in Carolina where he's from. But he really didn't try to like go super hard at him. It seemed like it was more so like a warning, like, hey, look, like, are you sure you really wanna rap beef with me? You know what I'm saying? Let me just show you what I can do. And then he played around on the song for the most part. It wasn't like a very like it wasn't. It's kind of like when Drake released Charged Up. It wasn't. It was kind of just like a light jab just to see what he really gonna do, and then see what the next move is. Because obviously when you're engaging in something like this where you're dissing one of the biggest rappers of our time, you want to be strategic with it. You don't want to just start putting yourself out there trying to fire, and then you expose yourself to whatever. So it seemed like he was being strategic by releasing this as his first song, and then I'm assuming that he has something else like he has if Kendrick does respond. Now the question is, will Kendrick respond? I think he has to. I think that if Kendrick doesn't respond, it makes him look weak because he shouldn't never really started, firing. And then I don't know if he expected that nobody was gonna respond. It's kind of like how it was when he did the control. When he did the control verse, he thought like he called out a whole entire game. Very few people actually responded to him, and it just kind of everything just blew over. But for this, he literally called out two people. It was very direct. It was very, it wasn't subliminal. And yeah, one of them responded, and it didn't take a whole 2 years to respond. He responded in like 2 weeks. So this literally says, this is the time. If it wasn't a better time for them to actually go at it and spar, this is that time now because J. Cole's in album mode and Kendrick seems like he's ready to be active again in these streets as well. Um, Kendrick only released albums every 3 years, so I think we got Mr. Morale like what, like 2 years ago, so it's about that time. But let me address some of the things that J. Cole was saying in the song. First thing that he said that I thought was, kind of it was kind of like I listened to what he was saying, but I watched a couple of reaction videos too, and I was like, I don't really think he believes what he's saying. He said that like your first album was classic. You said your third album was tragic, and then you said your second album was pretty much people gassed it basically. And then he's talking about his first album, and then what's his Good Kid, and then third album, which is Damn, which is the classic, and then the second album, which is To Pimp a Butterfly, which is considered a cult classic amongst the community, especially if you're a hip hop purist. People love that and revere that album because it says changed people's lives, and I think it won like some type of I don't know if it won a Grammy or some type of Emmy. It won a lot of awards basically for it being so impactful and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't listen to it. Like I'm pretty sure if I asked a random person on the streets to be able to name a song on To Pimp a Butterfly or rap a lyric on To Pimp a Butterfly, they probably can't do it because most people don't just go back to that. So I think it was very interesting for him to say that about that album, knowing that J. Cole is one of those purists. But I looked at it like it's like a battle. When you're in a battle with somebody, you have to find an angle. You have to find things to, you know, poke at to really like create more of to create content at the end of the day. You can't go to battle and then be afraid to use what you know could be considered a weakness of your opponent. Even if you yourself might like whatever said thing is, you can still use that as your, as a weakness. Um, Another thing that he said in there, he kind of poked at the fact that Kendrick Lamar doesn't drop often. He said like he dropped one hard verse in 30 months or something like that. So I thought that was very interesting. All right, I'm back. But basically, I'm gonna end off this conversation by asking the community, asking the family, asking the YouTube family, what did you guys think about this? Overall, I would rate this J. Cole response it's a 7 out of 10 for me. It ain't too crazy. Honestly, I could probably give it a 6.5 out of 10 because, like I said, it's like a light jab. It ain't like he's trying to like really go crazy at Kendrick. He just wanted to address the issue, and he wanted to be known that, hey, look, I heard what you said, and if you want to really go at it, I'm gonna give you this. This is the opportunity for you to make an actual response to me or actual song addressing me. Because if you think about it, even in the Like That song, Kendrick didn't even really address Cole like that. It was more so talking to Drake. He said like K9, all K9 with your pet cemetery or something like that. Basically, referring to all the dogs by Drake. And him being K9. He got the gun, he got the nine, he got the lyrics. He's coming all that him at Drake. It was very few bars. The only thing that he said towards J Cole was Big Three. Ain't no Big Three. It's Big Me. That's the only thing he really said towards J Cole. But overall, man, this is what we need in hip hop. This is literally what people love about hip hop. They love the competition. They love the fact this is the people said they ain't felt this alive about hip hop in forever. So it's exciting to see that J Cole, Kendrick can actually people been wanting a collab album for a long time from these two. And it's funny that they might not get the collab album, but if they actually go back and forth, you might actually get a nice little versus battle with them too. So you're gonna get something like that. But what y'all think about what J Cole responded with the 7 minute drill freestyle slash song? I think it was a catchy little hook, kind of like a back to back type of. I kind of feel like he kind of was using some of the tactics that Drake used in back to back by trying to make it into a nice hook, a nice song, but at the same time, addressing Kendrick throughout the whole entire thing as well. Let me talk. Let me know what y'all think down below. It's your boy Commander tapping in another video. I'll see you on my next one. I'm out.